Okay, so bear with me. My boyfriend is the biggest Office fan. So, obviously, I threw him a Office-themed surprise party for his birthday. Now, I know what you're going to ask. How does one throw a surprise party? Office-themed surprise party. Well, let me walk you through this journey. A month ago, I was struck by a genius idea. I was going to throw a surprise party for my boyfriend. The thing is, as grown-ups, we're really busy. And like you don't realize how busy you are until you have to throw a surprise party. You see, kids, when you grow older, you don't have any free time. It is completely impossible to get everyone to come, not only at the same time, but on the same date. And that is the truth. So, one night as I was falling asleep, I was struck by the mightiest of ideas. It wasn't gonna be only a surprise party. No. It was going to be an Office-themed surprise party. But it shall not be a simple Office-themed surprise party. Shall be the most extravagant of the surprise party. Everything will be Office-themed. From a tastefully plain Kelly birthday cake to copious amount of food. Now, on the morning of the party, I realized that the house was a mess. Dog hair everywhere, dishes piled on the counter. I looked like some kind of horror movie happened overnight on my face, and it just didn't bother to clean up the set. I had very little time to remediate to all those situations, so I did what any person would do. I motivated myself by mumbling inspirational speeches while looking at myself in the mirror. It worked. I tackled the mess like a footballer who's not afraid of concussions. I was running through the house as if demons were after me. I mean, technically, it would probably be my messy demons, let's be honest. And my dog was helping me, just lending me a paw, or in this terms, just trying to grab whatever he can with his mouth that's dangling from my hand. So as I was cleaning my house, I was slightly panicking. I realized that I had very little time to do whatever I needed to do, and that my boyfriend was still at the house. Also, I had to pick up the cake, which, by the way, I wanted to make a cake, but how was one supposed to make a cake without raising suspicions? I live with the guy, so I did what any person would do. I ordered an ice cream cake online because why talk to people when you can avoid it, right? I had to mention that it was intentionally misspelled because you wouldn't want them to correct the cake because they thought it was a typo, you know? I mean, no, not really. Now, as I was making him cut his own food for his own party because he's just such a faster cutter than me and I was running out of time, I realized that we needed to go shopping. Because I was missing a few ingredients, like I needed a fruit platter, a veggie platter, and unfortunately, although I do have a driver's license, I do not own a car, and this car is a standard. And unless I wanted to die on the road that day or kill multiple people with me and bring them down to hell with me, I didn't want to risk it, so here I am just prancing through the aisles and looking for the fancy cheese that's always somehow separated from the cheese. I wonder what they actually think about when they do that. Like, is it a reason why? Like, it's just more expensive, so they don't want people to buy it, or they actually want people to buy it? Is it a conspiracy? Is Jane Dawson going to cover this? Anyways, let's go back on track. As I was buying dog food, I was literally panicking in my mind. I was trying to be all smiley and stars and rainbows, as you can see here, which, by the way, yes, that's a tattoo, and yes, it does say Stay Gold on it. Kids, before you get a tattoo, please think about it really hard. It is permanent. I do regret this tattoo. I got this when I was like 18 years old. I just got excited, just as excited as this puppy that's sniffing the ground, and, just don't do it, man. I have multiple other tattoos, and I don't regret them, but this one, oh boy, do I regret them. So as you're just staring at my puppy running through the field, happiness, pure joy coming out of him, just radiating from him, I was slightly panicking because I still looked like a freaking horror movie. So I came back home, took a shower, faster than you can say, clean up on aisle 5, and I slapped on some makeup and beat my face up for not being pretty enough. I mean, have you seen Jessica Alba in the new Tati video? That girl is beating her face up. And if it works for Jessica Alba, I hope it works for me. Like, literally, that's all I have left. Let's just hope it works for me. And so after my face was completely beat up and my vision got so blurred and I actually looked somewhat decent pretty, I started to rip my hair out and just brush my hair until there's nothing left. And of course, I put my bionic eyes, which means basically I'm blind, and I put on my contacts and I blurred out the eye because it's disgusting. And I was somewhat looking okay. Okay, so I'm off to shopping, but it's not for me. Well, it's technically for me, but it's not for me. I need to get a cake, a piñata, a whole lot of bags of chips because I'm not filling the piñata with candy. No. I'm filling it with sweet chili heat, Doritos. It's like his favorite. It goes crazy for it. This camera is heavy. Okay. And yeah, so I was gonna walk back, but the cake is an ice cream cake and it's 30 degrees Celsius outside, so that's fine. And then that, what else? I look really weird. This is my first video. I've never done this before, and people are just staring at me. I feel really awkward. I don't like it. I'm just hiding behind my hair. Yeah, I'm talking to myself on the camera. It's totally normal. Don't look at me, sir. Anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna Uber. And I had to pre-order the Uber because we don't have that many Ubers in the suburbs in Ottawa. So they're mostly downtown, which is about 20 minutes away from here. Oh, that wind. And yeah. So off to shopping and we'll see you soon. So I made my way to the Dollar Tree, and as I entered, I obviously went for the wrong door, whoops, and went the other way, perfect, yes, not awkward at all. And then as I entered, I very quickly realized that they don't have any piñatas, but as one would do, I got very distracted by all the useless but fun things that you can find at a dollar store. So I spent about 15 minutes there just roaming the aisles, looking for anything to buy, just basically spending my hard-earned money on any little tiny little objects and gizmos and whatnot. And by the way, I don't think these were pea stains, just so we're clear. Anyways, as I'm roaming through the aisles, I was also calling different other places and finally found piñatas at Bog Barn, of all the places. Not only is it like the place for us candy addicts, it apparently is the place for party goers. I don't know. I mean, it seems like it's like the place to go. So that's where I went, and I came back home, and I was ready to set up the decorations. At this point, I had very little time left. I had about 30 minutes before the guests would be starting to arrive. And, I mean, holding a banner is not that easy, especially when it's this long, and I had to use my head. I mean, quite literally use my head, as you can see, to hold it. And as we fast forward, I guess, through the setup, they don't tell you how hard it is to actually not only put up the banners, but doing the balloons. Like, you don't remember how hard balloons are until you actually have to do it. Like, I don't understand how our parents did this. Did they have, like, machines, bionic fingers? Like, my fingers were literally bleeding from this. Okay, not literally, but you could see that they were about to just burst like some kind of toothpaste that just got rolled over, and like the cap was just gonna pop off. Like I by the end I found like a technique with one finger. That's what she said. But the 2-finger technique, that's what she said again, is just not great. So you can see me struggling here, like literally struggling to do these things. Like I was pacing. I think the balloons at least took me 15 minutes. And we didn't have that many balloons. Like we had enough, but we didn't have that many balloons. And man, oh man, do I regret having balloons. Like, how do clowns do this? Like, hats off to you, because whew, that's a hard job. Does he have his keys? I don't think he has his keys. Hey!
Oh wow, we got a whole office thing going on. Surprise!
No, I didn't have much footage left, but that was the party. So it was a hoot, and we just had so much fun. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next video. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye!